It hasn't changed it in 100 years. So, I
Wow.
think a part of the fear of changing things is Skip is worried. He's said this to me, and I don't think he's joking. He's like always worried about his like grandfather coming in to like haunt him for like ruining his leather.
You know,
And there have been ghost sightings at the tannery. People have seen Arnold Horween Jr., Skip's dad, the ghost of him. They've seen him up in the finishing department.
no kidding.
Yeah, I haven't,
Man,
but multiple people have reported that.
that is amazing. So tell me more about that because I'm into the paranormal. So love
Well,
ghost
like the
stories.
only story I have is Arnie, is the name he went by, Arnold Horween Jr. And in fact, on the private stock sale we did, we had a wallet that he designed called we're calling it the JR because he designed it, in the 70s. But he used to smoke a lot, and he would stand there, kind of like he would like stand there like this, like all the time. They just like stand there with his hands on his hips,
Interesting.
and that Frank Harris, the finisher at Horween, told me he was locking up one night, turning off all the lights, setting the alarm, and he looked up towards the other end of the floor, and he saw a shadow of that pose. Like he saw Arnie, and he's like, for sure it was Arnold Horween doing that pose, just like looking over his tannery. It's pretty crazy.
Oh my God. That is,
I haven't seen it. I mean,
yeah.
it is interesting. I felt something there. This doesn't mean anything, but when you're in the tannery and it's running, there's a ton of machines on and it's humming. Like there's an energy to the building. It's like pulsing.
Right. Yeah.
But if like I would go in on the weekends or at nights or something and all this stuff's off, it's different. It feels like something's up. It's there's a lot of history there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
something's up there.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's 100 year. It's over 100 years old. I can only imagine how many
Well,
lingering.
there was a tannery there before Horween also, so it's from like the 1880s or something like that.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
Horween moved locations in the 30s or something like that. They were in a different facility, like down the street before
Okay.
that.
That's incredible because yeah, I've believed in ghosts ever since I was 14 years old. I took a tour. My family and I were in Philadelphia. We took a tour of the ghost tour in downtown Philadelphia, and the ghost tour guide told us I didn't believe in ghosts until I worked at the Penn State Penitentiary giving tours. And so we took the ghost tour. It was creepy, whatever. We said, well, we're going to take that Penn State Penitentiary tour tomorrow. So we went to Penn State Penitentiary expecting a ghost tour. Guess what? It wasn't a ghost tour. It was just a tour of this old prison, right? And this was the same prison used in it was in that Brad Pitt movie. I can't remember, like 7 Monkeys or 11 Monkeys or something.
Oh yeah, 12 monkeys,
12 Monkeys. Yeah,
a
yeah,
bunch of monkeys.
yeah, a bunch of monkeys. Yeah, yeah, with Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt. And yeah, that was the one. And so we went there and we're taking a tour, and the tour guide is not mentioning ghosts. We're like, we thought this was a haunted ghost tour. What's going on here? You know. And so this was back in the '90s, and I had a disposable camera with 2 shots left. So I took one picture of the courtyard and one picture of the tower. And we left the tour kind of disappointed because we didn't hear much about ghosts. Well, when the stills came back from,
No,
yeah, there's a big, I took a picture of the tower, and in front of me, there's this big oval, like right in front of me, like a luminous oval directly in front of me, like the size of a person that was like standing directly in front of me.
no way.
Yeah, right in front of this tower. And my
My
dad,
God.
who's a photographer, he's like, "Well, let me look at the negative and see if that was on the negative." Sure enough, that image was also on the negative. So the camera saw that, whatever that was. So
But you didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it was very creepy. It was very creepy. But yeah, long story short, yeah, I believe in ghosts, and yeah, I'm all into that stuff. I love hearing about history, and I especially love hearing about ghost stories. So
Should
that's,
have a little camping excursion at the tannery.
oh man, that would be amazing. Yeah, sleep out there for the night. Oh, I would be it.
You're
And
like a double whammy of nerdery.
yeah, exactly. Boots and ghosts.
Boots and
Ghost
ghosts.
spirits.
I think you're onto something. You could start a new show called Boots and Ghosts. You're
Oh
like,
man, could you imagine that? How amazing that would be. I wonder. Yeah, maybe we could get a crowdfunding going for that. Oh, that's fascinating though. I love hearing about Horween members still haunting that factory. That would make for a good like Halloween episode. Like
yeah,
we should have a talk on Halloween about
let's do it.
get more stories. We need more stories from the Horween Tannery. That would just add more to the lore of that factory, more than is already there. You know what I mean?
I'm into it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.